So, you guys know what snow is, right? Taiwan doesn't get much. Have you ever been to the mountain in Taiwan when it snows? No? But you know what snow is from movies, right? Okay. When we have, snow is kind of a special material. You can build houses with it, It's actually a lot of fun. You make a snowball, it's just like a rice ball. You take the snow and you pack it together, right? And then when you have a ball of snow, you can do a lot of things with it, right? You can eat it. I mean, people do that. Or just as long as it's white snow, right? You can throw it at people. And if you do it right, it's a lot of fun. If you make the ball too hard, then it really hurts. So don't do that. But if you make a ball of snow and you throw it at people, then we have so much fun with that. So that's one of the biggest things. But also, you can take the balls and you can kind of stack them up into a wall. You can build a wall with snow. And then that way, we have even bigger snowball fights. We build a wall, and then we just keep throwing snowballs at each other. When I was a kid, we used to dig houses in the snow. The snow would be this deep, and we would dig a hole inside, right? And you can pack the snow and make walls, you can make a roof. We used to have tunnels in the snow. And you can go from one place to another under the snow. And we did all things like that. You can make a snowman, right? I mean, it's about the most boring thing you can do with the snow is make a snowman, but everybody does it. So that's one of the things that we do, and it's almost everywhere in Canada. But otherwise, special places. I don't know, we have mountains, if you like mountains. If you like to go skiing, okay. Right? If you like to go skiing, we have that. Skating, on the ice. Ice is a lot of fun too. Actually, when we talk about the ice in Canada, it's one of the big things where people die every year. We don't have typhoons. We don't even have a lot of tornadoes. Like in America, they get all of the tornadoes. And we don't have a lot in Canada. We have snowstorms. And sometimes the snow is so strong, when you look outside, everything is white. You can't see the sun, everything is all white. So when you're driving your car and you can't see anything, it's all white, well then we have a lot of problems. But another problem is the lake, because people like to cut holes in the lake and then they go fishing. Right? The fish are still alive in the winter, so you can cut a hole in the ice and then you can fish for in the middle of winter. The problem is, some people are lazy, and, good morning, they like to drive their cars onto the lake. And in some places, this is no problem. But it depends on the water underneath. If the water moves down at the bottom, then the ice is thinner. And every year there are people who lose their cars, and so a lot of lakes in Canada have cars down at the bottom of the lake because people drive onto the ice and then the ice breaks. So that's a special thing you can see in Canada if you feel like going swimming. My brother actually used to help people with that. My brother dives under the water, and he used to help people get their cars out of the water. So, other than that, well, we have, Toronto, right? Toronto. Yeah, it's biggest city, some people think that's a special place to go. It's kind of like Taipei, but I mean, it's just big. There's a lot of people, so. But we do have some. You know how you know the mall in Taipei, the Taipei train station, right? You know the train station in Taipei, under the ground there's the big mall, right? Canada has something like that too. Actually, a couple of our cities, because it's so cold during the year, we have a couple of places where under the city we have a whole other city down there. So Toronto is one of the places like that. You can go to the underground mall and you can go around half the city underground. And Montreal, the major city in the French part, also has something like that. So they're kind of special because they were some of the first cities in the world to really have an underground city like that. So yeah, I guess those are special things for Canada. So, we still have time for a few questions. Somebody has to have something you want to ask. My favorite food in Taiwan, you mean? Well, I like tofu. Everybody knows that by now. Tofu is good. Yeah. There are a lot of things that you have in Taiwan that we don't have in Canada. One thing about having cold weather is that we don't have a lot of fruit. So in the south in Canada, we have things like grapes and oranges, but not a lot. In the north, we have apples and berries, blueberries and strawberries. We have a lot of berries, but that's about it. We don't have any bananas or pineapples or guava or, watermelon we have. But Taiwan has so many fruit that in Canada we never see. So one of my favorite things about the food in Taiwan is you always have fresh fruit. I mean, the whole year, for 12 months, any time of the year, you can have fresh fruit. It's really something special when you come from a country where, most of the year, all of our fruit comes out of a can because there's no way to have it fresh. So, yeah, that's really special. Also in Taiwan, you have a lot of seafood, right? 你都喜欢吃鱼吗? Like eating fish and seafood. In Canada, because our country is so big, most of us live very far from the ocean. So in Canada, we never ate a lot of fish. There are some fish in the lakes that we could eat, but we didn't get a lot of seafood where I lived. So it's kind of nice to have that. Yeah. Okay, next. So, you guys in the back haven't asked anything, so you have to ask something. Try to see one look at. Come on, try. One look at.
onto my